here in the United States, bone canal, and let us see what this one will offer us and what the machine does. Otherwise, stay tuned and welcome back to How We Channel. Greetings from Frankfurt.
Olivier, I give you my cards.
Hi,
Hello.
Reyes. You need a good to meet you.
Good to meet you as well.
Emails.
Yeah.
Olivier,
Yeah. Good to meet you. You get my card. You get my card. How do you want to proceed? Because I was thinking to make a tour and explain if you are not too many that everybody could listen.
Yes.
For each business unit, we have 3 business units, and I would have caught one of the presenters for each type of business of equipment. But I want to make sure that everybody is there to make sure they come We have a separation business unit, which is mainly about deboning meat from bones after cut-off lines or directly from chicken and stuff like that. Then we have the forming, which is including grinders, mixers, and formers to make burgers, nuggets. And then we have the freezing systems, frozen. And we have the slicing business unit, which is including for pork bellies and stuff like that, bacon, the slicing of these pieces, but we also have slicers to cut sausages and cheese and stuff like that. Right? So these are the 3 main business units that we have. Okay? So I wanted to present you. Okay? So, hello, nice meeting you. Olivier Bazin, Provider of Technologies. I give you my card too. Thank you.
Das wäre gut.
Oh, Ahmed is with me, so Ahmed is taking care of Middle East, first African speaking, English speaking in Africa, and taking care of French speaking as well in Africa.
Egyptian speaker.
Nubian speaking.
So we are all good now, we can start, or we expect more people?
We had slaughter, the 2 guys from South Africa and Namibia, they would be interested in this deboning.
Yes.
Maybe we can do that at the end.
Yeah, for sure.
So they don't miss that one.
Okay, we will start by the rest, okay then? So, to start by the rest, we'll start on the side over there. And if you want to catch him, this is all about separation. So we're going on the other side.
Forming machine.
Everything went well for the meeting. I've already seen a couple of things. Quite a
this is for deboning and for
I
separate.
think he's the guy over there with Shizi, but I will do the presentation. So everybody is there? Okay. So I was thinking to present Steve Jepson, but he's over there with the customer, so I will make you the presentation. So basically, Provider Technologies is an American company with 8 facilities of production worldwide. So 4 in the US, 4 in Europe, and so in France, in Switzerland, Germany, Netherlands. And one of the main products is a range of the grinders, the mixers, and the formers. Provider has the brand Formax and Weilers, which are extremely well known in the burger industry because all the suppliers of Burger King or McDonald's are obliged to buy our equipment to get a consistent burger or nuggets through the different restaurants they have worldwide. So we have equipment really on all the locations that are delivering burgers or nuggets for these big chains, but we have also many other customers. But it is just to show a little bit the number of equipment and the image that we have on the market today. So we work with industrial equipment that can start from small capacities of 500 kilo per hour till equipment that can deliver over 10-15 tons an hour. Okay, so here you have a mixer grinder, so you have both the capacities of mixing and grinding, our mixers are very famous because they have some patents that allow us to mix much faster than any other brand on the market. So this is very important. If you want to have more details, we can show you afterwards, but we are extremely famous for that because we do not damage the structure of the meat, and you can mix ingredients, but in really, really faster than the rest of the market. Okay?
Ethiopia has joined us.
Very good. Nice to meet you. Olivier Bazin from Provider Technologies. So these grinders are working with. We have grinders for frozen blocks. We have grinders for fresh meats. We have grinders for bones as well. So we are working in the pet food industry as well in the human consumption industry. Okay. So any questions about the grinders?
Yes, do you have a grinder that does all three, or each grinder? Do you have a grinder that does all three in one?
You mean all three types of products?
Yeah, like
frozen,
the
fresh?
frozen, fresh, and bones.
Yeah, and we have equipment that can do both, that can do the three, and equipment that can do only one of them. We have really a wide range of equipment. These are made in USA. Okay. Afterwards, so if you're interested in some details, we also have very nice presentations on each type of equipment. So here you can see the grinders, and we have an innovative system that can allow you to reprocess and remove the tendons and small cartilages that remains into the meat when you are mincing it. So you can remove any residues like a cartilage, a piece of tendon, or a piece of bone that could have unfortunately been remaining into the meat. Then we have the forming machines like this one. So we have two technologies. So we have one technology which is with a rotating drum, which we will see over there, and you can use the goggle glass to see how it works from the inside. This is quite interesting. And we have also another technologies which is using some pistons. So this is with the rotary drum that we have, and we can go with these machines up to 10 to 12 ton an hour capacity. Okay. So we are forming mostly meat, but also fish, and in some cases we are forming also mash of potatoes, for example. Okay. So all these patties afterwards are going to a freezer to be hard in the end and to be packaged hard. Okay. So we are offering these freezers, for example, this one that you can see over there, to freeze them immediately at the end of the chain and being able to package them. Okay.
What's the temperature that you
Freezing them till -18. So this is a big line that is, by the way, Allegra Foods is in South Africa. It's one of the latest lines that we have delivered.
And you have also the one that makes the nuggets, so it went into the oil and then goes frying,
we can offer you solutions for that as well. And this will be easy that will present you this. So if you have any questions specifically, I will give you the contact of Is.
Hi, you alright?
Hello.
So if you have any questions for the forming and grinding, this will be about East Jepson, so this is his contact, okay? All right. I give you one as well. You're welcome. Michael, I give you one too. So let's go to the next stage. So So, Fox is the director of GFFP business unit. So right now you can see on the screen we have a system to see exactly how the machines are working from the inside with the Google glasses. So if you would like to enjoy that, to see details how the machines are running, we have very sophisticated systems to be able to move any parts of the machine and identify how things are running. So you can see from the inside what's going to happen. So maybe we can see some things from the screen. And if you'd like to spend some time afterwards, it takes 10 minutes, but you can see really how it works. Okay? Support. Alors, we have some system demonstration, but this one is to see really how the machine works from the inside, so that you can really understand how the technology is. Okay?
times, look at the dot, go around.
So basically, they are checking this machine, okay, which is the photoreformer. So you can see how the parties are formed from the inside, and they are ejected through a system of piston from here to get out. Okay, and then they go directly to the freezing system. Okay.
Burger making machine.
Alors,
So
afterwards,
this is for the burgers.
this is for the burgers.
You make the patties on this side.
Yeah, we can do
If I
it
want
in
the
any
bigger
size.
size.
We can make almost all sizes you want. So we have different kind of shapes, different kind of
If I
molds.
bought, for example, the machine and I want different sizes, can you send a reply with different things?
Drums, yeah. In this
Yeah?
case, different drums or plates. When it's the other system that we use, then you have different kind of plates with different molds to decide about the thickness, the weight, the shape. But almost anything is possible. You know, we can do really a lot of different things. Okay.
Yeah, but
So then we will move to another business unit. We will go to what we call DMC. So it's about defrosting, marinating, cooking, smoking. Okay, so sausages and different kind of products. So, hey, what are you?
Just inform me, but don't tell anybody.
Unit here, and I would like to present DMC if you don't mind. It's can you? So here I would like to introduce you to Fred and Osama to present the defrosting, marinating and cooking equipment. Okay? We have 5 minutes for each business unit, so I let you introduce yourself and give the business cards.
Okay, English or Arabic?
English.
English, okay. So, the basic function of a tumbler, first we have tumblers, injectors, and smoking houses, okay, and the frosting solution. This is what we do in rotation. The basic function of the tumbler is to do marination. Marination means to get the chemicals or the spices or the ingredient inside the texture of the meat, and we do that by vacuum. Any tumbler can do this. This is the basic function. Okay? So in this case, you gain the yield, and you gain the taste, and you gain the weight of it. Okay? In Lutetia, we can have some extra functions in addition to the marination. We can do defrosting of frozen blocks because this is make a lot of problems for the people to wait for the product to be defrosted. So we can use the steam to defrost the product. Also, we can do smoking like we have here. It's called smoking or raw smoking, and we do that. It gives the taste, but it also gives the color. So we can do curing, we can do activation, many processes. You can do tumbler is an acid inside the fat. If we go to the injector is much higher yields, you know. See the injector here? With the needle, pump and needle to get the needles inside the texture and the inject. Okay, so this is of course a higher yield, but it should need the tumbler. Usually it needs the tumbler after to close the holes and to keep the yield. Okay, this is a filtration unit for the injector also, and this is a prime mixer where we can put the powder here and we can put the water there by flow meter. So we measure the water and we put the powder we have, and then we have the mix. The mix will feed the filtration unit, and from the filtration unit we get to the pump. There is high pressure filter, and then we get to the needle inside. This belt is moving and stop. When it is stopping, the needle come down to inject and to go up, and then the belt move a little bit and then inject like this. It's working like this. Okay? So this is direct injection. Okay? If we go to the tumbler, marinade and frosting. The advantage of our tumbler is the shape of the needle of the muffin inside. Because when it is rotating, we have only one muffin. This is the muffin. Maybe the competitors have many buttons on the side, but that's not good for the product because the stainless steel will hit the chicken. Okay, but in this tumbler, it's very very gentle. It respects the meat structure. This we use by vacuum. Marinating is rotating with vacuum with cooling. If we add the steam, this line, this is for defrosting. Okay? In this case, we need the block of the meat is -15 from the freezer, and we need it like +2, +3, so that we can process. We can do marination, we can do cutting, we can do any process after. So we do defrosting, and also it's double check. Okay? We can and the cooling of the chef. In defrosting, the main energy volume is from the steam. And we call it, in this case, we call it cold steam. Why? Because it's under vacuum inside. Okay? So if the water is boiling in 100 degrees on the normal pressure, if you get higher pressure like you cook the meat in the pot, you get higher pressure, so the evaporation temperature of the water will be higher, 120 or 130. If you get the vacuum, it will be the opposite. Okay, the boiling temperature of the water will be like 30 or 40, only 30 or 40, which is very suitable to the meat, to the frozen meat. If you get the steam, 100 degrees will cook. So we need to prepare vacuum before injecting the steam. Okay? This is also new for Leticia. If we have group of tumblers to feed with frozen blocks, we can have each unit like this, attach it to the tumbler, and this we make a full integration system for many tumblers. Okay? And we have another function which is smooth. I will show you the smoke generator now, and it comes to inside the cup before drying. We dry the product inside before, and then we smoke. The smoke is coming here, and we'll go back to the smoke generator by gravity. Okay, I will show you the smoke generator. Okay, this is the steam generator. It's look, we put a piece of wood here, and then by friction, this wheel is high speed wheel, so it make instant smoke. Instant smoke with the wood. So we can feed the tumbler, and also we can feed the smokehouse. Okay. This is the smokehouse from inside. We control many parameters, including the humidity also. Okay, and in Leticia we are specialists also in defrosting solutions. If we defrost the blocks of a chicken fillet or something like this, we can put in a tumbler. But what if you have fish? What if you have shrimp? It will be difficult to put here. So we have another solution which is flexible. We can defrost the product here in a defrosting chamber using the normal trolleys. With the static defrosting, and the advantage here is that the product is look like fish. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So now you to switch to slicing and then to remolding. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go down because we have
got
Slicer is a filling in terms of slicing. So from the pressing side to the slicing, there's different kind of mixing. We have to 5-10 minutes.
If we go to the front side, then we can show you a little bit more than we are here on the back side.
Slide aan deze perspectief bewegen en dan
And we will start. For baking 3 hours, I go like the English back baking, also for the pizza baker, the bacon, before we start slicing, we press it so that we get a uniform form. It's possible to slice it. First, we will press it. After pressing, we push it out. We push it out to the next machine. Press to slice unit. The reason we have that is first of all, we have a height difference between the press and the slicer. That means we have a lift between the product, the bacon, up to the right level. Second, we will make a 3D scan of the products to get the best yield out of it, the best sliced things. That's how we do it by moving the product between the scan. And we have 4 lasers who catching the product and making 4D and 3D scan of it. And we go to the next belt. There we take the weight of the product so that we can calculate the density of this product. Then we move the first piece over to the left side. We do the whole sequence again and make the second piece. So we have 2 pieces, left and right, next to each other. From there, we weigh the product into the slicer. That's here. We lift the product up. We have 2 grippers on both sides, independent from each other. Just grip the 2 products and start slicing it in the portions the customer wants. After that we have sliced it in a shingle or a stick or whatever, we will take the weight to check if the weight is the weight the customer wants. When we are a little bit off, we can make a correction to the machine so that the next portion will correct the weight so that we are as close as possible by the target weight of the portion. And from there, we go to whatever. Packaging, sealing packaging, or we can outload it. It is depending what the customer wants. For us, it stops there and leave it to other companies to do that. But it is portions, it is the right weight, the right count, slice count. So the 6 slice 200 gram, 10 slice 250 gram, whatever. This one. And we can, it is or shingled or to be stacked or exactly how the customer wants it in his container. We just to make the weight, and that is the scanning system calculating how thick you have to slice it to get as close as possible by the target weight. If we have more, is more for our customer. And that is how this system works.
And the molds, if you now want a certain shape,
Yeah.
can you put it different?
Yes, we can exactly. This is for us a typical streaky bacon mortar, dissect, square, but we can make that and we have there another one. There we have another shape. We like the English back bacon, that has the nice with a round curve. You get the mold with the curve, and yeah, that is the easy shape. Take the pins on. Yeah.
This was a good exercise for the week. I feel like
No, you see it, yeah. That's not
Sorry.
You see that almost every day as well.
Okay, so now we are going to speak about deboning. So Provisor is having a division of which is basically able of separators. You can separate anything from hard to from soft and hard. Okay, so we have applications in various fields. So in the meat industry, of course, the basic application is to remove the meat that remain on the bones after cutting, to get all the meat from the animal as much as we can. So for these applications, we have three types of machines. So we have rotary machines like this small one that I use mostly for chickens. So when you have chickens and you cut the fillets, the wings, the legs, etc. And on the carcass, you still have 75% on average of meat that remains. So thanks to this machine, you can separate the meats that remain on the bones, and thanks to that, you can make different kinds of sausages, frankfurters, burgers, baguettes, and so on. Okay? MDF. Exactly. This is the first application. In some cases, we can also remove from pork, beef, or chickens the small tendons, sinews, or cartilages that can remain in the meat from beef meat, pork meat, whatever. Okay? This is called deboning. This is meat. This is not. It is a grinding operation. This is not an MDM that can be done with the same type of machines. So here we have an example where we put some mutton pieces of inside the system. So we see the first. We basically can get a pump for higher pressure or without pump, so low pressure system. And we have a screw that is rotating into the head of the machine. So this is the same principle on this one. So you separate the bones here, and the meat is getting out here as meat stuff. All right.
And this is mainly only for chicken.
This is for chicken, mutton, pork. We have different kind of configuration depending on the type of product we put through. But in this case, we are putting meat, or bones with some meat on it, to remove the meat that remains that you could not manually remove.
You can't put it in pork.
Yeah, no problem. You can do. We have specific models for pork bones that works perfectly, and I have sold several machines in Kenya, for example, but also in South Africa. And now, here I will show you another technology. This is a very big machine, which is in pork bones. We have 90% of the market in USA. These machines are a kind of piston that I will show you over here, that enables to process the backbones, the neck bones, and the ribs from beef, mutton, kangaroos, these kind of things, which are big bones, and collect the maximum yield with a very low level of calcium. Okay, so basically, what we do in this system is that we are going to collect the bones of the backbones that can be long, or necks, and then we are going to crush them through a grid of 15 centimeters, so that we have small pieces smaller pieces of bone that can fulfill completely the pressing chamber, so that you can get a yield which is there, and you will have a piston that will press the bones with the meat, and we have a filter with 8 millimeters, so all the meat will go through the sieve, and the bones will be made completely white in the middle of the machine. Okay? So we make a bone cake. So this is a preciser that we put up front to reduce the size of the bigger bones, and then process them into the separator. So this is not for chicken, but this is for.
What is the person size to do exactly?
What is it?
What's the size of the job of it?
The job is to cut the pieces of bones in smaller pieces so that you can put the maximum into the chamber. So it increases the overall capacity of the machine, of the line. Exactly.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I think that's it for now. See you soon. And bye-bye from Frankfurt. Thank you.